Well, good afternoon, everybody, and it's time for another edition of Season Previews here on Facebook Live at Gettysburg College. My name is Corey Jewett, and this time around we're talking to the Bullets softball team. Joining me today are senior Jamie Abell and junior Aileen Reilly. And I hear audio from my lovely producer, Aileen Reilly, sitting over there, so we are good to go. So, girls, it's crazy weather here. I mean, this is like springtime weather we're staring at outside our window right here. Beautiful. It's 70 degrees out right now. Probably the earliest you guys have actually been outside, out on the field a couple of times too, which is great. So I have a question. I sent the girls some questions yesterday that they went over, but I have a surprise question to start things off, a little icebreaker question. And I got to ask, because this is very important to the game of softball, what's your walkout music going to be? Aileen, we're going to start with you as the pitcher because you get the longest music to play at the start of a game. What are your thoughts?
This year I was thinking of doing Dancing Queen by Abba. You know, it's a good time. Everyone loves that one. So, yeah.
It's very upbeat. That could get the crowd going. I personally would have gone with Come On Aileen by Dexy's Midnight Runners for you.
It's so close to my name. It's just like slightly
I know.
off,
It'd be perfect. Jamie, how about you? What are your picks? You've had some interesting walkout songs the past couple of years. Wasn't Walking on Sunshine one year?
That was one, and then Good to Be Alive by Andy Grammer. I'd like to stick with the theme of those upbeat songs, and I'll probably do something Bruno Mars because he is my favorite, but I don't know the specifics yet. Maybe 24 Karat Magic. I don't know yet. I'll have to keep you posted.
I like the 24 Karat Magic. That might work. I like how that.
I'm glad you approve.
I got to play it, so I better like the songs. All right, so we'll get to the list of questions we have concerning the Bullets softball season. And Jamie, we're going to start with you. You're the senior. This is obviously your fourth go around with the team, and your fourth go around with Coach Shepard too, right?
Yes.
This is our fourth year. So the goals and expectations have continued to change and evolve from year to year. What do they look like heading into the 2017 campaign?
They look good. We need to win every game. That's the goal, and we're going to do that by taking it one game at a time. We're a purpose-driven, process-driven team, and we look to just keep on going with that, beat every team we play every game like it's the most important game ever, and hopefully win all of them.
That's a pretty good goal to have.
Yeah, it's ambitious.
So, Aileen, obviously, sometimes you have to look back on the past to move forward, and we lost two pretty good seniors last year, all-conference performers, both Megan Hisgen at second base, and of course Steph Zengel in the outfield, and Zengel's top 5 in I think every single offensive category in program history, and she was Player of the Year 2 years ago. This one sitting next to my right was Player of the Year last year. So how's the team looking to fill those voids this season, both looking at some of the returners that could fill the voids and among the freshman class too? We have a lot of freshmen coming in this year.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's tough because players like Megan Hisgen and Steph Zengel were just like such impact players. Like you said about Zengel, like all her accolades, like I think it's safe to say she was one of the best to wear the Gettysburg uniform. So a void like that it's tough to fill shoes like that, but I think our first years are tremendously talented, and it's raw talent. So I think a big thing is just like cultivating that and just taking their previous experience and teaching them like how we play here at Gettysburg. And I think there's going to be some big things coming out of our first years. So I'm excited.
Jamie, you're a senior. Obviously, kind of leadership mantle usually falls on the senior class, but the softball team has kind of a different makeup as far as leadership goes, and it's not just on your shoulders as a senior. Can you talk a little bit about the makeup of what you guys call a unity council on the team?
Sure. So we don't have a hierarchical structure on our team. There's one representative voted from their classmates per class. And we get together and we make the team decisions together. We have meetings probably once a week or so. And it's pretty cool because it gives leadership roles throughout the team. So it's a lot easier for people to become leaders. And I think it's just beneficial because it gives us all the opportunity to hear what the class is thinking, and you get to see it from all sides going on. And I think it's been very helpful so far.
It's good to get a lot of different viewpoints from experienced people or new people. Maybe the new people coming in have a different outlook on things.
Right.
So, yeah. Aileen, switching back to you. Obviously, you're the pitcher. You're the elder statesman of the pitching staff this year. You're the oldest pitcher. Well, Sam Nestor, I guess, still there. But you're a two-time all-conference performer. You've had two pretty good seasons. You were the number one last year. Morgan Clauser was the number two. We got a couple freshmen fitting in there too. But looking at it outside the circle, your job is to keep runs off the board. And then looking at it from the offensive standpoint, how reassuring is it for you as a pitcher to know, if you give up one run a game, the offense is going to put up 2, 3, 4, however many they need to?
It definitely lets you relax a lot more in a game knowing your team can come back at any moment. Last year, I think there was a few times when we were actually down and we were able to just score a bunch of runs at the end of the game. So it's always very reassuring to know that our team will get hits, and we always do. So it's good to know that.
What are your goals when you go out into the pitcher's circle each game?
I think one of the biggest things is to just relax and enjoy it, because it can get pretty tense. So it's keeping your composure. I think your team is able to vibe off that, and then they're also composed. So that's definitely a big goal during games, to just stay relaxed and just stay in the moment.
While we're on the topic of pitchers, this is off script here. What's your favorite picture of you out in the pitcher's circle? Because I know as a pitcher, sometimes in that windup, the faces you make aren't the most appealing. But
that's a tough one to answer, because
you from the side, from straight on. The motion's always a cool aspect of pictures. When I use pictures on the web. Pictures.
Yeah, the motion's cool. I think sometimes from the back, because then you don't see our full face, because it's just an angry face. It's never good.
It's intensity.
Yeah.
It's intensity. It's the intensity of the sport.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Jamie, as I referenced earlier, you were named Conference Player of the Year last year. You're moving up the career lists all over the place, just like Steph was last year as well, including the hit list, obviously. Trying to chase down Zengel and another former teammate, Melissa Ty, who back-to-back seasons established the hit record. Do you ever think about those types of things when you're out on the field?
I try not to, and I typically don't. I find that if I'm having fun playing, just enjoying the moment, then the stats may or may not come, and if they do, that's awesome. If they don't, hopefully we're winning and it doesn't matter. So I try not to think about it, and normally I'm pretty successful with that.
Out of all the things in those all-time records, what's your favorite thing? What would be your favorite thing to chase down this year?
It's tough. I
guess really I'm asking what's your goal on that list?
What's my goal? I guess I think I'm pretty set on the hits record for sure, the Gettysburg record for number of hits. That would just be amazing. Our coach is really great teaching us about hitting, so that would just be probably an accolade to her if I was able to do that, break that record.
Coming in the season with 159, I think Zengel's sitting at 213.
Yeah, that's a lot.
First player in school history to go over 200. So
yes, that's a lot.
It's definitely a lot.
Yeah.
Aileen, so we talked about getting out on the field. It seems like we're getting off to an early start this year.
Yeah.
Earlier than ever. This Saturday they open up at Mary Washington for a doubleheader, and then we've got two more doubleheaders before they head south for spring break to Myrtle Beach. How important is it for the team to get off to a solid start before we get into those conference games after spring break?
Well, I think getting off to a solid start will just give us a ton of confidence, and I think a big part of these games is learning how all our teammates play, because as we said, we have a ton of new first years, so it's kind of seeing how they'll fulfill their roles and how everyone's going to work together. So I think these 3 doubleheaders will just be a great sign of where everyone is at and what we need to do to keep getting better. So definitely excited for these games.
Yeah, I think the 3 doubleheaders coming up will be against very good programs.
Mm-hmm.
Spring break is going to be kind of a tough schedule from what I saw. You never know with the level of competition down there, but there's definitely some good schools. I think we've got Lycoming, Mount St. Mary's of New York on the schedule too. It's changed a couple times, so don't quote me on that. But it's on GettysburgSports.com if you want to check yourself. So last question I have here is for both of you, because you both have different perspectives on this, I'm sure. We've been in the title hunt the past 2 years. 2 years ago, we made it to the championship game, finished runner-up. Last year, we made it to the second day. We lost that first game. So technically third, I guess. Although in the regular season we tied for the top spot in the conference. And this year, for the second year in a row, we've been picked as the preseason favorite. So, what's going to take for the team to finally, get over that mountain and get to the top of the conference this year, you feel like? Jamie, we'll start with you because you look like you have an answer ready to go.
I just think that every game we do have to play like it's our last one, like that's the championship game to win. It's because when we settle down or think or assume that we're going to win the game without even playing, that's when we run into trouble. So if we just keep the mentality of winning, playing every pitch, every game, all of that, then I think we'll be just fine, and we will climb that mountain and be conference champions.
It's good. I like the confidence.
Yeah, I think a big thing is definitely the focus, because like as the season goes on, like you're in the grind of games, you're in the grind of schoolwork, and like also people's bodies like start to kind of break down. So a big thing is just like staying healthy, like physically, like also just mentally being so prepared for every game. Like at the end, just wanting it. I think just that pure like, oh, we're gonna get this. So I'm really excited. I think we will climb that mountain, like Jamie said.
Yeah, I think it's a 40-game regular season, so you really have to stay on top of things mentally. And as we hit the weather, it's not going to stay like this throughout the year. I mean, we're going to probably, knock on wood, we don't, but we'll probably get some rain. Games will be pushed back. We'll have to move them to Sundays or what have you. So that's always taxing on the mental capacity of the softball season too, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
So I know you guys are ready to go. I'm ready to see some softball and ready to see you guys perform. I know everybody at home is ready to see you perform too. So the Bullets open this Saturday at Mary Washington. They're on the road to start the year, and then they go to the Fast Pitch Dreams Tournament at Myrtle Beach, where they play 8 games, 10 games, somewhere in there. We'll go with that. And then they're back home at the end of March. I forget who you guys open against at home with. I think Swath. Is it April 1st? Yeah, Swarthmore?
Oh, maybe Swath somewhere. At Swath?
It's on the schedule. GettysburgSports.com. Go to the softball page. We'll have this wonderful preview here. It'll be on Facebook for the remainder. We'll archive it. I'll also upload it to YouTube. Season preview hopefully coming out tomorrow once I get Coach Shepard to answer a few questions about the team and the lineup. So again, this is Corey Jewett for Jamie Abell, Aileen Reilly, signing off, and go Bullets.